This is Larry Elder for Epic Times. I want to talk about crime in California and crime in Los Angeles, where I am. Homicides are up almost 50% year to year. Crime is up in San Francisco. Crime is up in San Diego. A lot of the crime, of course, are smash and grab people robbing high-end stores. And the reason for that is that voters, for reasons that confound me, passed a proposition called 47. Proposition 47 allows a criminal to steal up to $950, not just a day, per store, and the only consequence is that he will have committed a misdemeanor, not a felony. And because we have all these DAs that believe in cashless bail, if and when they're caught, there's no consequence. You don't even have to show up for your court date. But voters also passed something called Proposition 57, which made a whole bunch of offenses deemed to be non-violent offenses, and therefore the bad guy does not have to suffer the fullest extent of the law. Some of these non-violent offenses are serial arson. I'm not kidding you. Serial arson is deemed to be a non-violent offense. Assault of a police officer, deemed to be a non-violent offense. Solicitation of murder, a non-violent offense. Rape of an intoxicated victim, non-violent offense. Felony domestic violence, non-violent offense. I kid you not. Now in LA we have a DA named George Gascon, and in San Francisco there's a DA named Bowden. Both of them were supported by George Soros. Both of them were backed by Governor Gavin Newsom, who's a soft on crime governor. Under Gavin Newsom, some 18,000 convicted felons have been released early. And the reason is because he feels that a disproportionately large number of them are black and brown, and therefore a representative of a systemically racist judicial system. After he survived the recall that I ran against him on, he then signed a crime enhancement reduction bill. Again, the reason for this is that he doesn't want to hold criminals to the fullest extent of the law because he feels a large number of them are black and brown people, and therefore it is a systemically racist policy to have black and brown people suffer the fullest extent of what they've done. In other words, white people need to commit more crime, and then we can hold black and brown people responsible for the crime that they commit. It is absolutely insane. How bad is it? The cops arrested 14 people who committed a bunch of smash and grab crimes over a series of days. They're all now out on the streets. Nobody went to jail. And regarding crime going up in LA, listen to this. Homicides up 45% from 2019 to 2021. Motor vehicle theft up 52.7%. Shots fired up 55.9%. Shooting victims up 53.3%. But you know what's down? Total arrests are down 27.4%. You know why? Cops are no longer engaging in proactive policing. Because of all this nonsense about systemic racism, cops are pulling back. Fewer traffic stops, fewer arrests, and as a result, crime has gone up. When you decrease the chance of a bad guy being caught, being convicted, and being incarcerated, guess what? Crime goes up. They're not idiots. They're logical. They may be crooks, but they respond to inducements like anybody else does. And guess what? The people who are disproportionately hurt by these crimes are black and brown people. Again, I only mention that because people like Gavin Newsom pride themselves on caring about black and brown people. These are the ones who are being hurt. Now, people have often asked me, Larry, when is California going to finally wake up about the crime? When is California finally going to wake up about the soft on crime Democrats they've been electing, the soft on crime DAs they've been electing, and the soft on crime governor they've elected? And I've always said, well, it's like a drug addict. California has to hit rock bottom. Rock bottom would be when a homeless guy relieves himself on your front lawn. I want to now alter that. Rock bottom is when a mugger or robber mugs you in your own home. This is now beginning to happen in high-end areas where the voters, based upon their zip code, are all left-wing. A couple of recent examples. In an area of LA called Hancock Park, affluent area where the average price of a home is at least $2 million, Maxine Waters lives there. A woman was waiting for her gate to open. She had a baby with her, and armed robbers robbed her.
Chief, we've also seen more and more brazen robberies seemingly every day. We've seen those instances on Melrose and Beverly Hills, people dining outdoors. They're held up at gunpoint. Just the other day here in Hollywood, Bossa Nova restaurant, a man was shot and killed outside of the restaurant there. Here, we're seeing a woman just trying to walk through her neighborhood with her baby being robbed in her own driveway. You know, people are feeling nervous. They're feeling scared in their own neighborhoods, even going out to dinner, things you shouldn't fear.
And I'm sure you've heard about this woman named Jacqueline Avant. She is the wife of a major record company mogul. He's called the godfather of black music. 80 years old, Beverly Hills, a burglar broke into their home and shot and killed her. They ultimately apprehended him because he shot himself in the foot. Turns out, wait for it, he was out on probation. Never should have been out in the streets in the first place. So, crime is going up. Now middle class and upper class people are now being affected by it. Policies like Proposition 47, Proposition 57, soft on crime DAs, soft on crime governor, you add it all up, it's a perfect storm for criminals. And maybe, just maybe, California is finally waking up. Maybe, just maybe, the voters who voted against me have a little bit of buyer's remorse. One can hope. I'm Larry Elder, and this has been the Larry Elder Show for Epic Times. I will see you next time.